news today, Solomon Islands government launches mid-term review of National Development Strategy and 4 other supporting documents. PNG and Solomon Islands strengthen ties with businesses. Solomon Islands artist young Soujja featured in Billboard magazine. And in sports, FIBA Melanesian Cup reaches day 5 of competition. Hello and welcome, I'm Ursula Nongebatu. First up, the Solomon Islands government, through the Ministry of National Planning and Development Coordination, today launched the mid-term review of the Solomon Islands National Development Strategy 2016 to 2035, along with 4 key national planning documents. Here's an update from Jeremy Guao.
In a significant step forward for national development, the Solomon Islands government has today officially launched 5 key planning documents aimed at shaping the country's future. Now, at the heart of the announcement is the mid-term review of the National Development Strategy, a critical assessment of the country's progress over the past 9 years. Now, the review identifies areas of success, challenges, and where more work is needed. Now, also launched was the Smooth Transition Strategy, which prepares the Solomon Islands for its graduation from least developed country status in 2027, ensuring that the country remains resilient after special international supports end. Now, complementing this are a report on unlocking potential of productive sectors such as agriculture, fisheries, and forestry. Now, also with that, a new monitoring and evaluation strategy to improve how results are tracked and resources managed, and the corporate plan for the Ministry of National Planning and Development Coordination, setting out how the ministry will lead and coordinate national development efforts. Now, in his speech today, Prime Minister says that these documents will help drive real action and accountability, ensuring that development is not only planned but delivered. For Tavuli News, I'm Jeremy Guao.
At the official launch of the Solomon Islands National Development Strategy 2016 to 2035 midterm review, Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele said more than 50 organizations were consulted across all 9 provinces. He acknowledged some progress but noted ongoing challenges, including slow economic growth, persistent poverty, weak health and education services, environmental degradation, and the need for stronger governance.
We found a mixed picture. Some progress, some stagnation, some regression. In short, we are off track. Followed by fishing and mining, extractive industries that take from our land and sea but did not really build lasting prosperity. The targeted GDP growth rate was to reach 3.5% by 2020 and 5% by 2025. We are clearly off track and only managed to reach 3% in 2023. The Human Capital Index increased from 0.507 in 2010 to 0.565 in 2020. But these falls short the targeted range of 0.625 to 0.675. Our target was 10% per 1,000. We are 7 times worse than where we should be. We have 1 doctor for every 4,000 people. In some provinces, smart force. These numbers tell a story. They tell us we have prioritized economic infrastructure, roads, ports, buildings, but its translation, the economic growth, has been very thin. But we have invested enough. But have we invested enough in our people, in their health, their education, and their environment?
A meet and greet event held this evening at the Gold Club brought together senior business leaders government officials and community representatives from both Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele was also present at the event, the occasion that marks the signing of MOU between Papua New Guinea Solomon Islands Business Council and the Solomon Islands Chamber of Commerce and Industry on Thursday this week.
The idea of establishing a Papua New Guinea Solomon Islands Business Council was first raised at the Papua New Guinea Solomon Islands senior officials meeting held here in Solomon Islands a couple of years ago. The officials at that time agreed that while governments can provide a framework, it will ultimately be the private sector that drives trade, investment and innovation. On 21st August, fast forward 2005, I was invited to the soft launching of the PNG Solomon Islands Business Council in Port Moresby as a guest of honor. And yesterday, the Papua New Guinea Solomon Islands Business Council elevated this partnership through the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding with the Solomon Islands Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
The event also witnessed the handover of funds raised during the OneSol Prime Minister's charity golf tournament held at Royal Golf Club in Port Moresby on 22, which was the highlight of the evening, was presenting of checks totaling $120,000 SPD to the Honiara Golf Club and Honiara Hospital.
From the funds we raised through the OneSol Prime Minister's Cup, we're donating TGSRPC $100,000 to Honiara Golf Club to help with the course and also help with the repairs of the club. $20,000 to the National Referral Hospital. But we just put up there the cancer unit because it is October and it is Pinktober, so it is the Cancer Awareness Month. So yeah, thank you. This is 20,000 kina that can dollars that can support all of the programs at the hospital. Thank you.
PNG-SIBC's mission is to strengthen bilateral trade, investment and cultural ties between Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea. The Council is committed to facilitating business partnerships, supporting SME development, driving policy advocacy, and promoting sustainable, inclusive growth. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of National Planning and Development Coordination, Brian Lenga, says the launch of the Solomon Islands National Development Strategy 2016 to 2035 midterm review, along with 4 other key documents, marks a significant milestone. He says reviewing the strategy at this stage is important for guiding national development.
Today a significant event for Yumi Solomon Islands and the government too, and especially the ministry where I'm leading coordination of national development in the country. So today basically you will be launching the midterm review of the National Development Strategy 2016 to 2035. It's a 20-year strategy. But what we've done today is we've launched the findings of the midterm review. So we will midpoint now, and we would like to find them out. How may we progress so far after 10 years of implementation of this National Development Strategy? So now what we will launch today, and as Prime Minister and the keynote address overall, we will off track was 5 key objective of this National Development Strategy. And there is also mixed results, some progress, some struggles, some setbacks, and there are lessons that we learn from this that will inform us moving forward. Yeah? So basically what we're doing today.
The reports and review will be playing an important role going forward, especially in national development, and to identify where everyone can play the role in shaping the country's development.
This review will tell you what are the diagnosis, what are the problems we have after 10 years of implementation, and then him telling me too what we should do next. Yeah, So basically, the reports provide us with the challenges and the proposals and the strategies of how to move forward. Yeah? So that will basically help us to respond to the call by the Prime Minister to our ministry to develop a new national development strategy for the next 10 to 30 years. So I don't know what the ministry, but basically use the findings of this report, develop a new national development strategy to inform us moving forward for the next 10 to 30 years. And we really want to develop a national development strategy that is owned by the Solomon Islanders, that we all know what we want to achieve. It has a shared vision that we may want to come up with them, we may want to survey where we want to go, and we may want to play a role to help us get there. It's not only the government, but the private sector, civil society, NGOs, development partners, donors, everyone in there a role for playing. And also citizens playing across the country.
Today, Friday, the Solomon Islands National University hosted its annual Open Day at the Kukum campus under the theme, Connecting Knowledge, Culture and Opportunity. Hundreds of high school students explored CNU's 5 faculties, engaging in booth displays and guided tours to learn more about future study options. Tavuli News spoke with the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Transform Angarau, who shared key messages on higher education for students of the Solomon Islands.
But my message to the students today was embrace CNU, but more importantly, the theme for this Open Day is embracing our culture and our traditional knowledge. So this is my message to all of us, that even though our learning and knowledge, we're learning about modern science and modern technology, but we must remain grounded and rooted in our land, in our soil, in our language, in our people. This is a university of Solomon Islands, for Solomon Islanders, and therefore our culture. You can be a modern Solomon Islander, but I want you to be a modern Solomon Islander who has deep respect for your culture, for our languages, for our peoples, for our different islands. That's the message that we have. It is possible for us to train someone to be a modern scientist and a doctor, and to still have respect for his people, to still speak his language, to embrace the family values of his home island and village. And that's the theme of our Open Day today. And the message that I had for all the young people who came here today was, look, going to university is a wonderful thing, but we must always remain grounded in our values and in our culture. So I hope that that's a message that resonates.
The event showcased CNU's academic programs, cultural values, and career pathways, creating meaningful connections for aspiring students. This annual Open Day continues to inspire the next generation to embrace education and play a role in shaping the country's future.
Today, 2025 Open Day Businu. As we all know, Open Days is about introducing the programs Blayumi, lot students, potential students, and also existing ones in Sinu already. So a lot of the students will come with high school students, Form 5, Form 6, will come and we introduce them now, or the units when we follow offer. So for the School of Sciences Biology Department, a lot of our units cover plant physiology, animal physiology. So we come for explaining what other students, current students what they're doing.
For next time, we come for teaching law, primary teaching diploma.
Okay, me Tumas Blokampe from the Open Day Businu. As a Mival representative of Vanuatu, and we cut swim what I dance for me.
So me happy Tumas for me come visit Lealo Sinu Open Day. So me come learning staka new things for me look forward for next year also. So me rounding full campus ya, me learning staka new things na like nursing or that. For me, this program helping me sharing as a student, sharing to others what now. Okata tu save kam tekem lo school Blayumi National University Blayumi Solomon Islands. Wahem save help mo kata lo future bloketa tu. So me happy for sharing program Blayumi fellow midwifery.
lo every students were campusing table belum ifla lo di ceremony.
But like every student that already school in this university, they will showcase each of their cultural items, and like we Solomon Island, we diverse by cultures. So in that particular, this is one of the cultural group from Malaita province. Perhaps it's from Wanagu, we could call a choir student.
Sama faculty mi kami said mi looking said, but also at same something where mi falala yang kalau high school waktu mi looking said like kota setup inside kota lab and something also. So meeting the different something where sino of me bam help me for to if we apply concept for take my tertiary education lo fa inside sino.
For me myself, open day for day to day, same him this meaning a time where every faculty sort of come together and also tally out what same the main goals or the visions inside of faculties blota.
Interest for me, first time same meeting if sino same no kara interest blem no. But as to the time kami same kara interest now, so interest to me follow school sino na this year. I mean, sorry, next year then future time.
Young 21-year-old solo artist from Malaita Province, Solomon Kalu Jr., known by his stage name, Young Soujja, has made his mark on the global music scene. In just 5 years in his music career, he earned a feature in Billboard magazine this October under the World Music Grammy category, a compilation that highlights artists from around the world. We spoke to Young Soujja, currently based in Fiji, about his journey and what his international recognition means to him as a rising artist.
Me sing ever since me smallet can Sunday school or same. But yeah, I think lo 2020 na me starting music career belum me say. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago now. Yeah, so me start record lo 2020 and release songs up until now. World project there, international artist project there. We first start wakalo 2024. So founder blo disala international artist project there. Hem Brandon Beckwith, hem blo USA, hem of American from USA. So hem go around and pick him each artist from each country. Hem come for Kasim Solomon Island, and then first hem pick him of a different artist there. If I'm being honest there, come first time picking different artists, and I have a good friend, I have a big problem, and this artist time named B-Bow. So B-Bow na, what picking for project there, but yeah, so but at the time, B-Bow I'm a little bit busy. I'm gonna have own things going on, so I'm busy a little bit. So I'm passing come na this one for me. Yeah. So time passing comes for me, man, he won't big something again. So I like give him credit back, big bro people for all the support and yeah. So passing comes to me. So from there, meet Brandon, keep in touch, and we start working on project there. So me for working to for album, like right now, me for submit him go. So I'm under review for album under review for Grammy Awards there. For category best global music album. I'm looking at first, I mean, overwhelming. But as a Somalianda, me barashem, me very blessed, and because not only that, me as a 21-year-old, me got him opportunity and got him achievement, but me so back to lo, other fellow artists, upcoming artists to some else that yeah, you must do music for God. And if God opening doors for me, what na hard, eh? If I just this time, if I just cross fingers no more, hope that if I get nominees, yes. So yeah, like I said, if I'm happen, then I'm happen. We never know, eh? Kind of same, yeah. Thank you, no more everyone for supporting what me doing. But me say like thank you, no more mom and dad, me. The otan tufa bara biggest support of life, me. Yes, thank you, mom. Thank you, dad. Thank you for my thank you, siblings, me. And my cousins, Ale, Lega, Hilda, Ramo, I see you guys. Thank you so much for everything. If you mention every cousin, but every cousin will always help and will always support. Thank you for Thomas. Thanks mom and dad, thank my siblings, Jason, Jerry, Judah, thank you so much everyone. And my family members, my supporters, my fans, my friends, Lo Solo and Lo Fiji and everywhere in the world. Thank you, Ifa, everyone, for all the support, love and support that Ifa, giving me. Thank you so much.
Moving on to regional news, kitchen staff at Samoa's main hospital in Apia walked off the job over 11 weeks of unpaid overtime, leaving hundreds of patients without meals on Thursday. The Ministry of Health confirmed the issue was due to miscommunication and says staff will return to work. Private caterers stepped in to provide food. A fire destroyed the Tauhunu power station on Manihiki Atoll, cutting power to the village of Tauhunu. Portable generators are providing temporary relief while efforts are underway to restore full power. The fire occurred during a switch from diesel to solar power, damaging the generator building and distribution equipment, though the solar system remains intact. Local and national authorities are coordinating support, with equipment expected to arrive soon via a planned supply trip. Residents are managing with temporary generators as recovery plans continue. Welcome back. In sports, 11 women from across the Pacific, including Solomon Islands' Amanda Korinihona, have completed the 2025 to 2026 Pacific Women Leaders in Tennis program in Papua New Guinea today. Supported by Pacific Oz Sports and Tennis Australia, the two-day event focused on empowering women in tennis leadership through workshops on stakeholder engagement, goal setting, and public speaking. We spoke to Amanda Korinihona about her experience and what the program means for her journey in sports leadership.
So for Solomon Islands, me and Sandrana Mitala represent. I think PNG had a few, Samoa sent in. So there was in-class sessions where Nifala learning some things on how to do. Everyone discuss about all the different issues we face in our tennis community. And then all of us will be reunited in Australia, Melbourne, in January. And this will be our final session where Bampa presenting now what project we took on and whether it's completed or not, but that time we will able to give some substantial evidence that this is the project we chose to do, this is how far we've come, and then we'll do the presentation, then we'll graduate in January. So yes, it was a very nice, amazing training, just if everyone come together. So yeah, but a good opportunity for Amy Solomon Islands. I started my tennis journey, career is what brought me this far. I started tennis in the Solomon Islands at Supreme Courts, gained scholarship, went to Fiji, through the International Tennis Federation, and then from there, gained scholarship in America, obtained all of I was able to graduate, and this is all through tennis. So then upon moving back a few years ago, now I'm moving back and trying to give back to my country through the sport that did take me go far. And honestly, this opportunity is such good in terms of, because now I have transitioned from player to coach, and now I'm trying to go to the path where I'm giving opportunity for coaches, because there are also some players who have not transitioned to coach. So Mila transition go leadership role now. So this is an opportunity where Misha learn from other leaders as well. And this is not Hemba helping me too much, not only in tennis, but also in the community. So whatever me learning here, I can also bring back. And even with the project that Sandra and I have chosen, this is something where by Misa also bringing come back and add value to any different spaces that I'm in Solomon. So not only in tennis, also in the different space of work or community or any youth or any club I choose to be in, I can at least add something when me bringing back from other leaders inside this cohort there.
The 2025 FIBA Melanesian Cup comes to day 5 of competition. Lisa Osifello with more.
Tournament, maybe today can be. Oh, did he get that one? He might have. Koramo upstairs.
Day 5 of the FIBA Melanesian Cup with more results and who proceeds to the final playoffs. Women's match today, Fiji versus New Caledonia, started off game day, which Fiji came in strong and made sure they booked their spot for the finals with a 60-48 win over New Caledonia.
Wangabala tries a 3-dip.
For the men's side, Fiji men's also booked their spot in the finals, beating New Caledonia 63-53. Good day for Fiji as both the men's and women's teams are now through to the finals. And Solomon Islands men's team takes on in their 4th match Vanuatu, beating Vanuatu 101 points to 58.
I didn't know how to double, but it was a match we came out to try and gain points on based on like the leaderboard, trying to get into that gold match. It wasn't quite the margin we wanted, but hey, we still got to win. And these guys put up a good fight against us too, so I'm very grateful for how they came out and turned out. I'm excited. I'm hoping that other neighbouring countries come out and do the same thing and create a team. So there's a bigger competition going. So, but no, they're doing good. You know, they've still got a bit to develop on, which is fine. 20 years they haven't played, so coming back to it's a fresh slate for them. But you know, they did a good job coming back first time. Coming into this tournament, I just wanted to give it my all despite where we'd end up on this ladder, and this team did an amazing job with it. They are full of great bunch of boys, so they all did their weight, pulled their weight, you know, they all helped in every single way they could, all played their role, so these boys did an amazing job for us to end up where we did. Yeah, always grateful for coming back to Souls and everyone over here supporting us. I cannot be thankful enough for my family coming out and supporting me too. They've done a massive role in my preparation for these games, so I'm forever thankful for Souls.
Lost the ball.
Also, the final match of the day at Solomon Islands versus Vanuatu for the women's group, and a win for Solomon Islands in a 60-37 victory. Finals now come down to Papua New Guinea versus Fiji for both men's and women's teams, and Solomon Islands eyes the final bronze medal showdown. Lisa Osifello, Tavuli News.
That's Tavuli News for today, also wrapping up our news bulletin for this week. If you missed out on our stories, you can still revisit our socials. That's on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm Ursula Nongebatu. Have a safe weekend, and we will see you back next week.